Look at this times 10 I did, y'all. 4 SRs and 2 SSRs. Holy shit. Okay, let's see what we got. Josephine, yes. I think I only needed a few more for her and... Zip! Yes, I didn't have any for him. Oh my god, Josephine. What are you doing today? No, we're not doing an Aman review. We're not doing it. Look, I just did the times 10 card drop for my premium. Aman is the banner right now. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna look at the reviews before we get into the video. Today's video, by the way, is going to be Underground 30. And I'm not doing this Aman bullshit that everyone's doing. And I'll tell you why. All right, hold on. Let's go to the reviews and I'll tell you why. Okay, look. Why is he at a 4.7 already? We're gonna look at these. Hulk's long lost brother, okay. Bleeds and stuns while tanking to auto heal every turn. Tank that stun your eyes with his look. He'll make your cat bleed and grab your booty. Okay, that one's good. That review can stay. Every other review, OP tank, all of these reviews that are actually like trying to say what he's good at and what he's bad at. If your Aman is level 50 and you saved 12 promotion cards and you promoted all of his skills 12 times and he's completely maxed and you saved 300 tank cores for him, leave your review up. If you have not done that for your Aman, stop posting reviews on guys you don't know anything about. We're here for Underground Refinery 30. I'm sorry, I just got so heated. I need to take a moment and calm down because I'm not getting into it again. I had to cut out like 5 minutes. Not getting into it again. So, Underground Floor 30. First thing we do is look at the boss's skills. So we see 4,000 attack, that's whack. We see 5,000 defense. I'm on the fence about that defense because that's ridiculously high. I don't like that defense at all. And then an HP of 200k? Holy shit, dude. She's very, very tanky, all right? Starting off, Veteran's Composure. Wait, I lost it. Veteran's Composure. Remove all the debuffs and inability effects, including unable to remove debuff granted on yourself with a 70% chance whenever you get a turn. So what this means, every single debuff she has on her, like anything at all, she has a 70% chance to take it off when you get a turn. Thus, meaning this fight is entirely RNG based. Because if you go in there, you're going to need to put a speed break on her and you're going to need to put a defense break on her. And if she cleanses that every single turn, then you're screwed. So basically what you need to do is just get really lucky. That's all there is to it. Defense. Possesses a significantly high defense. Well, thank you for stating the obvious. Gains immunity against all behavior control effects, including knockback and pulling. You already stated that with Veteran's Composure. Thank you. Stop. You're just wasting my time. Check fire. Inflicts damage to a random enemy by 100% of the attack. So she's going to hit somebody for 100% of her attack. She has a pretty high attack. It's going to be a little bit painful. Throws explosive cannonball at 2 enemies in the order of tanker, dealer, supporter, and ranger to inflict damage by 150% of the attack. Removes 1 random beneficial attack granted on the enemies and knocks them back. So basically, this fight is going to be easiest whenever you're really grouped up on her and you can like share buffs with your entire team and everyone's in range to take control of the debuffs. And there's another reason too that I'll explain coming up, but basically she's going to hit everybody with the grenade to try to knock you away from her. You just have to get back on her and then she'll try to like take off your attack buff or whatever. This is the annoying one. Summons 8 mini bots behind the enemy forces and gains the protection effect that's 30% of the total HP for 10 turns. So what she does is she summons little 8 mini bots that run and they surround your characters and they start attacking your characters. And while those mini bots are alive, she has a shield for 30% of her total HP. Absolutely ridiculous. You have to kill all the bots to get rid of her HP. So that's another reason why we want to be grouped up, because if we're super spread out, then all the bots are going to be spread out and it's going to be harder to kill them all as fast as possible. And this is just her rage skill, inflicts damage to everyone around her with 200% of the attack. So basically, you have to group up on her, but she tries to do everything she can to make you not want to group up on her. But trust me, that's what we're going to have to do. So I'll tell you, I'm bringing Nadine, obviously, for speed break, decrease attack bar, and defense break. I'm bringing Tala to increase the crit rate buff, and her second skill also counts as an AoE. Her rage skill can do a lot of damage to the boss whenever the boss is alone. Bannon for heals and attack buff. Ziv to decrease attack bar and to do a wide area of effect on the robots, and Amy just to do a lot of damage and to also be able to take out robots in an area of effect. So with that out of the way, let's get into the fight. Okay, so whenever we start off, it's the usual blah blah blah. You have a two-way fight, but on this two-way fight, I'm gonna say we are not saving our rage skills for the boss, and it's because we only have 160 turns, and that's really what makes this boss difficult. She doesn't do a tremendous amount of damage. She doesn't like, you know, you can bring one support and be completely fine and stay alive the whole time. So the biggest difficulty of this boss is defeating her before your turn limit is up. So go straight to the boss ASAP. That's where you want to get your setup. I would personally prioritize speed break over the defense break, because for every turn she gets, she has a chance to remove all the debuffs on her anyways. So what's the point in putting a defense break and then she gets twice as many turns? Put the speed break on first, then you know, get your setup, put on your attack buff, put down your crit rate thing, and then with Nadine we can start defense breaking and using Ziv to decrease her attack bar. Now as we decrease her attack bar with Ziv, we should get some more chances to decrease her attack bar with Nadine's third skill as well, and she won't really be taking many turns. What I did with Amy is, since I had her rage skill, she had attack buff, enemy had defense break, I went ahead and used the rage skill on her because she's the only target. It hits her a bunch of times and I was able to take out pretty much 1/10 of her HP just with that skill alone. Now she cycled her turn, she took off the debuffs. Now that's the problem with this boss, is if she starts doing that every turn, you're gonna lose. So you basically have to get pretty lucky and make sure that your debuffs stay on. All right, so I'm decreasing her attack bar so that she takes less turns, because if she cleanses the speed break, then, you know, my speed break is off cooldown. I can't do it again. So I'm getting my setup again. The cool thing about Bannon is he heals himself. A lot of supporters don't heal themselves whenever you use their area of effect heals, but Bannon is able to do that. So he can heal himself. He can with both skills, by the way. So now that the boss has defense break and we have attack buff, we're just going to be using our highest multiplier attacks. We already have her down pretty much a quarter of the way. We're only 30 turns into this fight, because I think we were 6 when we started it. So now second skill to decrease her attack bar, and then the ultimate combo should push her all the way back. You saw how she was about to take a turn and she had a 70% chance to get rid of the debuffs. We just completely prevented that with Ziv by using second skill, and it decreased her attack bar. And then in case that wasn't enough, we use the ultimate to decrease her attack bar even more. So with Ziv, you actually have to have a lot of crit rate in order to make that work, because he only decreases attack bar whenever he crits. Okay, she summoned the bots. Now with the bots, we're going to basically, with single target, we're focusing the bots before we focus her at all. Use whatever AoEs you have to target as many as possible. Right here, I mean, you can only get so many. If your Nadine gets her turn, just go ahead and try to leave defense break up, because in case she gets the turn before, you can destroy all the bots. But we have so much AoE on our team that it shouldn't be a problem. See, she just got a turn and she used her rage skill, and it wasn't enough to even really kill anybody. Bannon is low on HP right now because he's sacrificing his HP to use his heals. On top of that, his rage guard is only SR, so he's only recovering 3% HP every turn. I definitely need to promote that to SSR. But now at this point, the boss still has defense, or still has speed break. So defense break, resist, that's not good. We can push back her attack bar so that we could try to get that again with Nadine. We're just making sure we keep up our attack rates. Holy shit! Resist more. So she also has a pretty high resistance, as well as, like that, she removes the harmful effects. So you're just going to have to keep everybody pretty grouped up to make sure that Bannon can keep everyone healed up. If Nadine is low, heal up Nadine. If your allies on the left side are low, heal up your allies on the left. Save your AoEs for whenever she pulls out the robots, except for Tala's, because hers is a pretty good multiplier. It also helps to have some penetration on this boss, because her insane defense, even if you defense break her, you're not doing a lot of damage. So penetrating a defense broken target is pretty much the move. Now that she's defense broken and everybody has attack buff, I went and unloaded everyone's rage skill, and now we're already halfway through the fight. So she's sitting with, you know, defense break. We don't have movement speed buff on her yet, so we're going to decrease attack bar as much as we can to see if we could take advantage, because if we, like, decreased her attack speed right there, then she would probably take a turn and have a 70% chance to cycle those off anyways. See, she cycled them off anyways. Pulls out the bots again. Make sure you speed break her whenever that happens so that she takes less turns overall. Ziv has a very good range. If you see, I could take out 5 bots right there with 1 attack. So again, with these single target units, it's not even worth it to hit her. You definitely want to save all of your attacks on the bots, because 30% of her HP is a lot to have to deal with. Now, since we put the speed break on her before, we were also able to put a defense break on her, and here we're getting our complete setup again. We should be good for cooldowns. We can decrease her attack bar with Nadine again. We can do it with Ziv with his ultimate, and she's pretty much, we're sitting pretty now. Honestly, she's not going to be hard to take out. So once you have all these debuffs, prioritize speed break and then defense break, and then just like all of the attack bar decreases. See, I use his ultimate to decrease attack bar. I use his second skill to decrease attack bar. Unfortunately, he didn't crit as much as I wanted him to because I didn't have Talus crit rate buff up, but I could have definitely cycled more turns. But we're getting lucky anyways because she's not actually cleansing them every time. So since she isn't cleansing her debuffs, we're able to keep them on and not have to worry about the setup. We could just go for as much damage as possible. Now, I think she'll probably get one more round of... Oh no, I should have decreased her attack bar right there. I'm silly. I'm getting brave. But we'll unload all of our rage skills anyways. She's like basically at like 15% of her total HP at this point. We were able to push her attack bar back anyways. If we pushed it back a little bit more, we would have been able to even push it back with Nadine again because that skill was off cooldown. Unfortunately, now we'll just have to cycle one more round of turns. Let me see if I could just get rid of... resist, of course. Whenever we're right at the last part of the boss, we'll resist. But basically, we won, right? So, of course. She had to do it, so we'll hit the guy farthest so that the AoEs have plenty of room. Resist my defense breaks all day. That's her thing. So if she resists you all the time, and if she actually cleanses herself every turn, then it's just RNG getting in your way. Like, this was very easy. I still have 30 turns. She barely has any health. So if you're getting really unlucky, just keep trying. All you have to do is get lucky with your speed breaks and defense breaks. Make sure you have a bunch of people to decrease attack bar. I know a lot of people have Kairos, and that's pretty much all there is to this boss. So I hope that helps you all out. If you were struggling with this boss, I know I've had a couple of personal requests. Sorry for going on such a tangent earlier as well. I will post an Aman review because my brother has an Aman, and once he is fully built, I will ask to use his Aman and we'll post a review. But other than that, that's going to be it for me today, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye.